Hey up my old muckheads, welcome back to the channel. Please consider subscribing if you are new. Please hit that thumbs up. And this one is episode 2 of For Coffee and Cake. So the coffee I'm gonna have is my usual, which is the Nescafe original, but I'm gonna try the Coffee Mate liquid version of the Snickers flavour, which I believe it's not new, but it is quite difficult to get hold of, and it's quite pricey as well. Yeah, I'm going to give this a go. And the cake is a Cherry Bakewell pudding, which is new to our Asda supermarkets. It's the Asda Exceptional Range Cherry Bakewell pudding. So let's give this a whirl for coffee and cake. So here we are then, 1.5 minutes later. The instructions was to microwave the Cherry Bakewell pudding in the microwave for 1.5 minutes. The only problem with that was it was encased in a cardboard like sort of tray, and when I tried to obviously try and scrape the cake up from the cardboard tray, all the delicious cherries underneath have oozed out and the cake has split, but it smells delicious if you do like Cherry Bakewell. So it says it's a delicately sweet almond flavour all butter sponge with a fruity Morello cherry compote, carefully topped with a rich and buttery sauce and scattered with freeze-dried cherry pieces. Yeah, so it was fairly new product from the Asda Exceptional range. So I'm going to give this a whirl and we'll taste this Snickers Coffee Mate liquid as well. Starting with the coffee. Cheers. I don't get the smell of Snickers. It smells sweet. It's quite subtle and it hits the back of your throat a slightly, a very slight taste of Snickers. It's very subtle. It's very sweet. It does tell you to put 1 tablespoon of liquid in the coffee. I put a little bit more in than that, so it's probably my fault that it's quite sweet. It's not overly sweet. On a second mouthful, I can get the taste of Snickers. It's not a powerful taste, but they have captured the actual taste of a Snickers. It's quite nice, yeah. It's quite nice. I usually have the powdered Coffee Mate. Usually the chocolate or the caramel or the vanilla, French vanilla. So it's not often I get the liquid version of Coffee Mate. This is quite, yeah, it's quite nice. It's not something I would be desperate to purchase again. Do you know what I mean? Because it was quite difficult to get hold of, like I said at the start. And it's quite expensive as well. I'll find you the price and stick it up. Yeah, it's don't get me wrong, it's nice. It has got that Snickers flavour at the back of your throat. Yeah, good. Let's try this Cherry Bakewell pudding now. This smelled delicious coming out of the microwave. This is a buttery sauce on top with freeze dried cherry pieces. So if you are a fan of a Cherry Bakewell, you are probably going to love this. So it's all like, it's called a Cherry Bakewell pudding. So why have they not called it a cake? Is it because it's served warm? I don't know. Can you answer that for me? Why is this not called just a cake? Because it's a sponge pudding. Right, let's give it a whirl. That is really, really good. Of course, the cherries, they're going to overpower any other flavour. I mean, it does say it's an all butter sponge. The sauce on top is a buttery sauce. Whatever, I don't know, whatever that's going to taste of, because all we can taste is the cherries. But it's dead good. Yeah, if you definitely like Cherry Bakewell tarts, me and my dad always used to share them because Mum wasn't keen on Bakewell tarts, but she always used to buy one for me and Dad. For me and my old pop. I don't think you can eat it straight out of the box. I presume you could, but it does tell you to microwave it. That, it's a gorgeous, soft sponge. And it's really nice. It's not good for you though. It's definitely not good for you. Take a look at that, that wheel there. It's all red apart from the salt. So the sugar for this is definitely not good. 26 grams of sugar, which is 29%. So it's not good. 365 calories. Is this for the whole thing? I presume it is. Each microwaved half. Okay, which is what I've got. So those stats there, that's for half of this cake, this pudding, which is what I did cut up. But I think on my piece, I've got the majority of the cherry, what's it called? It's not compost, compot. Am I saying that right? Compot. Anyway, it is really, really good. It's something that I cannot have definitely on a regular basis. I cannot have because that is far too much sugar. Wow. For such a small thing as well, because it's not humongous. It's not a humongous product. So half of that. Saying that though, you'd probably struggle if you did buy it for yourself and, you know, ate it all yourself, because it's a little bit too sweet. It's a little bit too sickly sweet. So you know, if you compared it to a chocolate cake, for example, chocolate's quite sweet, isn't it? So you wouldn't have a huge portion of a chocolate cake, but this, it's really nice, especially, yeah, like I said, if you love Cherry Bakewell, you try it. Try this. It's really good. The flavours are nothing new. Oh, and there, the ice cream man, quick, get your purse. The flavours are nothing new, but it's good. It's good. It is what it says. Cherry Bakewell pudding. So let me know if you have tried that Cherry Bakewell pudding or the Coffee Mate Snickers. I know Jeannie, my love, has tried that. She also said it's quite difficult to get hold of. And she's over there in the States, so it's not just us Brits who struggle to get Snickers Coffee Mate. It's our lovely friends over there in the United States. Also, let me know in the comments below, what's your favourite coffee? Have you got a favourite cake? And I'll see you very soon. Take care, look after yourselves. I'll see you on the next one.